Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. In today's video, making that beautiful gown on the thumbnail. I have my measurements here, and the material I'll be using is a crepe fabric. I'll be using the same material both for lining and the main fabric, so you will see everything as the time goes on. If you haven't seen a size chart for case, go ahead and watch it on my channel. I drafted this size chart from there. Okay, so now, like I said, I'll be using a crepe fabric, and I've folded my fabric. I'll be cutting the back first. The first thing I'll do is to draw a base line. Here I'll be taking my measurement, my shoulder measurement, and marking the length. So I place my tape like this. I'll be marking the length of this dress. The length I use is 26 inches. The dress I'm making is for 4 years old baby girl, but I'm using a measurement for 5 years. After that, I went ahead to measure the neck width. The neck width I use is 2.5 inches, and I mark a neck depth of 1 inch for the back. I'm using 1 inch for backs. That's 2.5 by 1 inch. After that, I measure the shoulder divide by 2. I use a shoulder of 9.5 divide by 2, 4.75 or thereabout. I just marked it. I came down by 1 inch as the shoulder slant, and I connected it back to the neck width. The next thing I went ahead to do is to mark the armhole. So I'm going to place my tape from that place I marked 1 inch, that shoulder slant. I marked exactly the shoulder measurement divided by 2, that's 4.75. That will serve as the armhole. And after that, I went ahead to extend the line. This line will serve as my chest line. This is where I'll be marking the round chest measurement divided by 4. I just marked it. After that, I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches, half inch for ease, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. This is an A-line dress, so you don't need to add extra allowances because you're going to slant it and not straight. Okay, so I went ahead to connect the shoulder slant to that armhole, and I'm going to determine the middle point here. So from there, I can curve the armhole. So just placing my ruler like this, I went ahead to shaping the armhole. So now from this point, this end point, I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4. After that, I now mark extra 4 inches. You can add 5 or 6 inches if you want it that big, and you can see what I'm doing. I just went ahead to slant the line from that chest line back to that hemline, and from there I came up by 1 inch and I just shaped it inside. This is to avoid it having that pointed edge. Okay, so just come up by 1 inch, shaping it inside. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. After now, I'll use this same one to cut out the front. So you can see I folded another fabric to cut out the front. For front, the neck depth I'll be using is 3 inches. So I'm using 2.5 by 3 inches, and the neck width will remain the same. The only difference here is the neck depth, which I'll be using 3 inches for the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange it very well. Make sure that the neck width is exactly 2.5. I'm just going to mark it out, and then after that, I'm just going to raise it up and then curve the neckline. I'll use a freehand to curve the neckline for the front. And after now, I'll go ahead and cut it out, following all the shapes. So after cutting it, I'll cut out extra pieces. So I'm having 2 pieces for back and 2 pieces for front. Remember, I said I'm not using a lining, I'm using the same fabric to turn it. So I cut out another piece for back and also another piece for front. So now I'm going to use one of the piece to turn the other one for front, and the same thing at the back for back. So you can see how I'm placing it, right side facing each other. So I'll go ahead, I'll sew the armhole. I'm not sewing the shoulder. After that, I'll sew the neck and sew this armhole. So basically, I'm sewing the armhole and the neck. Okay, for the back too, I opened it up by 3 inches. That will be where I'll be putting that button loop. So I'm going to use this one to turn the other one as well. So sew the neck following the shape, and then sew the armhole. So after sewing it, you can see what I have, and I've already put the button loop. It's very simple, guys. I've sewn the shoulder. I don't know that it was not showing, but it's very simple. The last video I posted, I showed a detailed video on how to turn your shoulder to have that inseam, like that inseam. So what did I do? I'm just going to face it like this. This is how I placed it. Okay, right side, the right side will facing up. So I'm going to put my hand from under, and I remove the shoulder of the other one, raise it up from the under as well. I'll set it very well and sew it. The last video I posted, I showed a detailed video on how to do this. I'm sorry the video wasn't recording, so go ahead and watch that video. I made another baby girl's dress and I turned it like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the pieces I'll be using for that ruffles down. This is it. So here, when I cut it, I have 5 inches. So you cut long enough to reach you. I don't have enough pieces, so I'll be joining, and I've sewed it right side facing right side. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn it over to the right side, and I'll go ahead iron it. I'll cut other pieces as well because this one won't reach. So if you have extra material, just cut out long enough to reach you. So you can see after ironing it, I cut out another one and I joined it. So you know that the thumbnail are having 2 ruffles, but I'm making only 1. I don't have enough material, but the exact way you follow for this one is the way you do the other one. So after folding it, I have 4 inches left for the width, and for the length, make sure it's long enough to reach you. I've attached my bow. I don't think there's any need showing the video here because the last video I posted, I showed a detailed video on how to do this bow. So this is what you are going to do. You are going to raise up the first fabric, not the lining, not the one you use for the lining, okay, the one at the front. Raise it up, and you are going to mark a line. Here I measured 2 inches. You can come up by 3 or 4 inches so that it won't be hard for you to hem it. Okay, so I've marked the line, and on this piece I've also marked the center. So this is how we are going to do that ruffle. We are going to place it this way on top, on the right side. Oh, remember you are sewing it on the main fabric, not the lining. Okay, so you are going to make a pleat. So first you are going to pleat it outside like this. You can see, just watch closely. You can use your pin to hold it down, then go over to sewing machine and sew it. I will also show us how to sew this. So after that, the next one you're going to make will now face you. The first one is facing outwards, the second one is facing you. You can see how I'm folding it. So as you are folding it, as you are creating that pleat, you are sewing on top of that line, making sure it's following the same line that you drew on the material, okay, on the center. Then after this, you fold another one, hold it, and then fold another one that will be facing you. This is exactly what you are going to be doing till you get to the end. And as you're creating this plate, you have to be arranging the main material so it doesn't fold. This takes time a lot, but you have to be patient, okay? You have to just take it easy. If not, your work won't come out very neat. This is like the part that will consume most time when you're making this dress, because other part is very, very easy. So you keep plating it like this till you get to the end. So guys, I'll go over to sewing machine and I'll put us through on how to make these pleats. So guys, before we start going to the sewing machine, please help me like this video. Make sure you like this video so that YouTube will be able to push it out, and drop a comment, anything that you want to comment at, or if you have any question, please go ahead and ask. So like I said, this is how you're going to have opened up the plate. So you're going to place it like this on the sewing machine on that line that you drew. So you're going to make the first pleat facing outward like this, and you sew. It's going to take time, but just watch closely what I'm doing. You can see it's so small. Don't sew it so far. When you get to the center, then you make another pleat that is facing you like this. Make sure that it's not folding your main fabric, and you keep sewing on the same line, the line that you marked on the fabric, and also on top of the line that you marked on that piece that you are using for the ruffle. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. After you sew to the edge, not going far again, you make another pleat that is facing outward. Hope you are looking closely. Then make sure it's touching the other pleat closely. That is why it's called kiss pleat. This is a kiss pleat, okay? Make sure it's touching the other one very closely so that the ruffle will come out very fine. So after this, now you make another plate that is facing you. Just face outward, face you, face outward, face you. That's how you continue doing it. You can see what I'm doing, and as you are just making your plates, make sure you arrange your fabric so it doesn't fold. This is very, very necessary, because if you have any fold after that, the measurement will just become awful. You won't like the measurement at all. Like, it will go out from that A-line shape to another shape of gown. So that's why you have to keep arranging it. Keep arranging it. This is the most important part in making these babies gown. So you can see that I'm following the line I marked on that ruffle piece, and also sewing it on top of the line I marked on the main dress. So now this is how you keep sewing till you get to the end. Again, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, drop your comment. If you have any question at all, please go ahead and ask on the comment section. I'll be answering your question. If you go through my videos, you notice that each and every one of your questions, I answer them. So after making that ruffle, this is how it's looking. You keep doing it till you get to the end. Okay, you get to the end, and this is it. So if you want to make another ruff, you know that the thumbnail is having two, so you just come up by 1 inch and you continue exactly like this. Okay, so now I'll go ahead to stitch the side. So you're going to raise the first material, the one we're using as the main material, up like this, and the lining together. So you're going to hold that armhole like this, align it together. We are sewing inseam, so we won't see any stitches at all. So you're going to sew from here all the way to the hem area for the lining. Okay, all the way to the hem area, you sew, you come up and follow there again and sew all the way to this down part. So you are going to do the same thing to the other side. Make sure you arrange it very well. When you get to this ruffle part, arrange it very well and sew. So you're going to do the same thing to the second part. So after sewing it, this is what I have. Sorry guys, the light I'm using is changing the colors of my material. I don't like it at all. So after sewing, this is what I have. You can see that the inside is inseam. You're not seeing any sewing at all. So for the down part, you can hold the lining and the main fabric and hem it, or you can go ahead and hem it separately, whichever way you want it to be. But the main thing is that it's inseam and you're not seeing anything at all, any sewing at all. And that is it, guys, for the tutorial. See you guys when I post another video. Make sure you like this video, make sure you drop your comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button, so whenever I post another video you will get notified. Like I said, for the bow, go ahead and watch a detailed video of it. Hi, see you.